the hell's going on? What the fuck's happened? What the fuck? No, I don't want that. Can't get my damn radio on. Hello from South Africa. Maybe I'll get a reply today. You got a reply, Shelly? First one. Did you try to reply another time with, or did you try to put something up another time with me and I didn't reply? Um, I'm just trying to get my damn. There it is. Okay. I have my phone hooked up to my radio, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out all this shit here. What's up, guys? Said hi, Carl Vaughn. Been trying to say hi for 3 days now. Shelly, you've been trying to say hi for 3 days. I must have just missed it. Sorry about that. Hello. Where are you from, Shelly? South Korea is seeing is greater than South Africa. I don't know. Uh, Guys, I just stopped in real quick because I'm doing the same thing that I did the other day. I'm waiting in line for prescriptions, and looks like it's going to be about, I don't know, I'm going to guess a 35-minute wait. So we'll see. They've got like a new pharmacist up here, and it's been like waiting for prescriptions here has been like I guess like George Carlin said, uh, they don't do a very good job of it. They're very slow. Waiting for this prescription is like watching old people fuck. Slow and sloppy. It's an old George Carlin reference. I tried to tie it in there, but it didn't really work. So don't kill me for it, okay? Trump, hey buddy, relaxing music. What's up, man? Um, how's everybody today? I'm excited. I put on my Stranger Things exclusive hat right here. Hawkins Tigers 1997. Yeah, I'm getting excited for this week with Stranger Things, Let me be a little excited about something. I'll send you $100 if you smoke a shard on stream. But then you get sidetracked like now. Yeah, I do. I do get sidetracked. I get sidetracked very easily. What do you want to ask me, Shelly, or what do you want to say? What a beautiful voice. You can talk me to sleep. Ha ha. Metal Mike. Some days I sound a lot more like Forrest Gump. A lot of people like to say that I sound like Forrest Gump, and that's okay. I love Forrest Gump. Are you a hillbilly? I don't know, man. I don't really try to label myself. I guess I could be a little bit. Hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. I don't know what your plans are for today. Yo, your shades are dope. Elvis is alive. Thank you. If women prefer tall men, is it wrong for men to want non-overweight women? Look, man, you're gonna get me into this whole rabbit hole where, look, man, you're attracted to somebody for whatever reason you're attracted to somebody. Okay, if you're attracted to women in the American sense, that our media's portrayed women, and that's I mean it is what it is, man. I would just suggest that you know, if somebody's a little chubby or whatever, or not quite your type, don't just throw it out the window, because you could be losing somebody valuable in your life there. That's all I'll say on that. 70s trucker creeper, that's me, man. Go back to Africa. Okay. Yeah, you guys. By the way, if you were on my stream last night, let me see. Hi, just chilling, doing some laundry, and hope you have a great day. Thank you, BM. I appreciate that. If you were on my stream last night, I reviewed these gummies, and oh boy, yeah, those guys. I wasn't ready for that, man. It just goes to show you that just because you're taking a certain milligram of a gummy, gummies are kind of like, let me see, my original question for you, and this shows you how far back I am going, was what do you buy your dogs for Christmas? Because you said buy them gifts. I mean, I get them toys. I'm a picker, so I go to the bins all the time, and I find a lot of dog toys and things like that. I get them some new stuff too. I don't want you to think I just go to the bins to shop for my dogs, but I mean, they're dogs. They love it. They would love if I just pulled a, you know, if I took an empty box out and shook it around, you know, they're gonna think it's a toy, you know. So the breeds, one of them, two of them are mixed breed. Both of them have a little pit bull in them, and the third one is a beagle, full blown beagle, or full blooded beagle named Lily. She's pretty cool. But yeah, if you want to talk about dogs, Shelby, I'll gladly talk about dogs. Okay, we're moving one spot, so you guys are gonna go with me, and if I can get the car started, see how long it takes. I know. It's just exciting stuff, an exciting stream here. You know, I just like to come in and check up and say what's up to you guys. You know, a lot of you guys hung out with me last night, and it was pretty cool. I got a little topsy-turvy last night, and I appreciate y'all making fun of me. That's part of it. That's what it's all about. We had a good time. I was really in a different element last night, I'll tell you that. Hearts. I wrap up treats and toys, buy stuff all year. It helps. Yeah, man. I mean, we're cleaning up around our room, and oh my God, man, it's constant. It's just toys everywhere, and it's hard for me to throw away a toy. You know, especially when they show a lot of interest in it. It could be old and ratty. My beagle's got this damn toy that's been passed around to two of my dogs. It's been inside, outside the backyard. It's nasty as hell. It's a duck, but damn it, they all seem to. They play a game where they bring it in and bring it back outside, bring it in, bring it back outside, bring it in. You know, so it's hard for me to take that away from them. I just. But eventually you have to, because that shit gets so nasty. My dad loved beagles. The beagles, I've never had a beagle. I've never even been, I'm sure you've heard me say this. I've said it 2-3 times, but to anybody who hadn't, I'll just let you know beagles. It's a hardy breed of dog, very hardy. They fit in well with homes with other dogs. That's what I've heard, and I've seen it firsthand. Okay, they're very hardy. You don't have to, you know, they do their own thing, and they're very smart, very, very smart animals. Is it true that you do it's a trick that you do tricks on it? I don't know what that is, man. Do you support Israel? I support people not killing each other anywhere. That's what I support. Beagles are tough. Yeah, they are. Yeah, man. She's little. She's grown. We thought she was full grown. I don't know. I think she was a teen, but she's grown a little bit. But she's got a dog, a pit bull that's got to weigh, you know, Rue's got to weigh 60 pounds, and that beagle just goes toe to toe with her. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Hey Tristan, how you doing? Tristan Vance. Do you think Diddy would choose Charmander or Squirtle? Oh man, you guys. I had a friend that had a beagle, and it was so cute, and she was a little baby. She was named Oreo. She looks like an Oreo. Uh, yeah, conventionally, I didn't think that beagles were the cutest dogs, but man, they grow on you. I've always liked bigger dogs, but this little beagle, man, she will, and they're so damn loving. They're so damn loving, beagles. She'll go. She's what I like to call, she's a cuddle dog. Absolutely, she will find a spot around your body and get comfortable. She sleeps sometimes above my wife's head on her pillows, and just gets comfortable. And she's like a sleeping pill, man. She just puts you out once you have a dog like that next to you, and it just it automatically releases a lot of tension and relaxes you. So yeah, she's I think she's pretty cool to have. So if you're thinking about getting a beagle, check them out. Thoughts on Palantir spyware being found on George Droid's Fent reactor? On George Droid's I don't know. I don't know anything about that, man. I'll have to check into that. I hadn't checked the news today. My beagle is a good rat killer and mouser out in the coop area. Yeah. Speaking of that, we did have the beagle bring us in a little friend not long ago. Brought it up on the bed. Rat. I don't know if it was a rat. It was a field mouse. I don't think it was a rat, but just brought it in and set it up on the bed. My wife was gone. I didn't notice it. Started smelling something. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And I look over and I look down on the bottom of the bed, and there's a present from Beegs. And she was proud. So I didn't get on to her about it. I know it's a present from her. It's pretty fucking disgusting though. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let me go back here. All God bless you. Repent and believe in the gospel of Jesus. Suffering revelation. Demons are maggots. Eat all your eternity hell. Come on. I have a black lab retriever plus a bloodhound, coonhound pit plus. That's an interesting combination of dogs there. The on both of my dogs, they look pit bullish, but they're not. They just look a little different than the ones you see at the shelter. They've got more of the mix of whatever it is that they're mixed with than all pit bull. Let's see. Jesus has a plan for your life. He wants to prosper. If you want to read that, guys, go ahead and read it. Got a lot of religious stuff on here. Rescues. My little terrier brought a newborn rabbit inside, and I've never forgiven him, to be honest. I assume that a newborn rabbit was not breathing. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, the white one we have, Rue, she's absolutely got some type of hunting dog in her, which we can't figure out. When we first got her, she looks up trees, and dogs are unusual. I haven't never had a dog dogs don't look up a lot. I don't know if it's their necks or what. But this girl, man, she just sits out there in our backyard. We got trees and stuff, and I think she's looking at squirrels and all kinds of stuff. But she runs out and almost wants to climb a tree. She's too damn big to do all that. But so we don't know what she has in her. Some type of hunting dog, because she's got a possum, poor possum, and they've gotten a field mouse. So. May not have been a field mouse. May have been a rat. I don't know. It was a little bigger. All right. Jesus Christ loves you. Repent and follow. Oh, Ace is back. What's up, Teen 2? Called me Ace Freely last night. I do remember getting a little animated about that. Yeah. So agree with you, Flame Warrior. Hey guys, I felt awful. Yeah, I do too, man. I don't. That's just one of those things that you got to kind of you got to kind of understand, man. Dogs have that. Some of them have that prey, that prey instinct, and I don't know if there's a lot we can do about it. So I know it feels terrible, but you got to remember they're not doing it, because they're evil or mean dogs. They're just doing what comes natural to them. So I cut them a break. I thank them, and then I, probably have a talk that means nothing to them, but I tell them that just bring me different presents next time. That's all. Talk to my dogs like they're humans, okay? Younger Ace Frehley, Unmasked. I would have worded it better. Should have worded. You didn't have to. Dude. I'm fine with that, man. I appreciate you guys coming back and saying things when you were trolling a high guy that to say I should have worded it different. I don't care, man. I think it helped the stream a little bit. You guys, when the liver cheese is a big boy. We'll survive this stuff and we'll laugh about it. I'm almost to the door or to the window here, so I'm gonna have to mute y'all for 1 second, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so if anybody comes in here and they're wondering what the hell's going on, just tell them I'm muted. Sorry, thank you guys. I'm sitting here talking to the thing. All right, you missed that whole thing. I just went up to the window and and waiting in line 20 or 30 minutes and get up there. No face to tell me they're going to lunch or anything like that. Do you have the audio now? Is it back on? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Somebody just type 1. Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, and I get up there and they've just pulled the shade down. They've gone to lunch. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect. But it sucks when shit like that happens, doesn't it? All right. As far as BM, as far as the gummies go, I'm going to tell you this, brother. What I'm going to do, just because we had it, I thought it was pretty cool last night. We had a good time. We had steady 14, 15 people in there. I usually don't try to pay attention to that too much, just because we were having a good old time. People were messing with me, and I was messing with people, and we were talking about hopefully some interesting things. But what I want to do, guys, is I'm going to set up a stream in the coming days. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to have to be during the day. Okay, it's going to have to be during the day, but I'm going to do a gummy thing. And what I want to do is I'm going to set it up where I start the live stream off completely sober, no gummies, no anything, and we talk politics. Because you've seen how I get when we talk politics. I get animated. I get it is what it is. But what I want to know is, and what we'll do halfway through the video, maybe 30 minutes in, I'm gonna pop a gummy. And then you guys are going to continue. We're going to continue to talk about politics. I actually, in that situation, I actually won't mind the trolling. I mean, I don't want it to go overboard, but I just want to see how I change as how my personality changes when I take gummies. I really need to know that. Am I dumber? Am I funnier? Am I just? I know I'm all over the place, so it's hard to stay on track when I've taken a gummy. But I think that's normal. It's just the THC. You know, when you're a weed smoker, the first thing you realize is that yeah, I forget shit. You're gonna forget things you remembered that you were thinking about 30 seconds ago that were so glorious. 30 seconds ago, you had this glorious idea that was going to change the world. And then because you've either been smoking or took a gummy, all of a sudden, when you go to tell somebody that idea, you don't remember it anymore. But the good news is within a minute or two, you'll remember it again. And I'm sorry, I'm just describing being high. I get it, but everybody's high differently. Okay, so that's what I want to know. I just want to know, will, you know, if it's a huge difference or a little difference. Because I drive my fucking wife crazy when I get high. Sometimes she goes along for the trip, and I take her on pass, and we wind up in some crazy ideas and places. And other times she's just like, shut the fuck up, please. So that's just normal, I think. You know, sometimes you want to chill on a high. Sometimes you want to talk about, you know, heavy things, deep, heavy things. So yeah, I want to do that. It's probably, I'll give me a little time to set it up, because I gotta, you know, maybe in about a week we'll do it, but it's going to be during the day. It's got to be during the day. So hopefully maybe I'll do it on a weekend. And the reason it has to be during the day is because I share a bed with my wife. And if I'm getting high and talking to you guys, I want to be sitting up on the bed, and I don't want to be running my mouth 45, you know, RPMs a fucking second and have her. It could be funny if she wanted to join in, but she's not like me. You know, she's not, so quick to just want to put it all out there on video. I am, because I think it's funny as shit. I think that human behavior is silly, even mine. Okay, no audio. Yes. I only weekend warrior, so in day, Saturday or Sunday. Okay, what kind of gummy? Again, I don't know what kind it is. I took one last night. I went away from the ones called Smacked, because they did something with their pricing, and I just wanted to try something different. With gummies, guys, don't always think that the highest milligram is going to be the best for you, because I'm here to tell you, man, if you start to, gummies are like anything. If you take them every night, or if you take them, you know, every other night, usually every night. If you take them every night, then you're gonna develop a little tolerance towards that. Okay. And so don't be afraid to branch out and go to a different brand, even if it's less milligrams, because yesterday proved I had a 500 milligram one compared to 1,000 milligram one that I take, and that 500 milligram fucked me up last night. I mean, after I let you guys go, I wish I hadn't, because holy crap, man, we had a good old time last night. Or I did anyway. I probably drove my wife crazy, but she came home and she took one too. Took her a while to catch up to me. By the time she caught up to me, I was pretty much dead to the world. So, you know, it sucked that I did that to her. I was gonna wait to take the gummy with her, but she granted me permission to go ahead and do that experiment with you guys. So I thank her for that. And but she came home and she walked into the room. I ended the stream like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes before she came home. She walked in the room and saw me sitting over there, and she goes, I have never seen you look so high. I was just like, yeah, it feels pretty good. Take yours and come join me, why don't you? Yeah, it was a good gummy. It was a good gummy. I will definitely show you guys and give you the brand and everything. I know last night when it's on live, it's backwards. So I may have said the brand once or twice, but no, we're gonna do that again. And you know, the next time I do a live where I'm around the gummies, I'll definitely let you know what it is. But it's not like I carry them with me, okay? One thing you gotta be careful with gummies though, guys, is you yeah, it's real easy. It's very easy to go out and I'll read your comments, but I'm on the road right now and I don't want to I don't want to put myself in any danger or anybody else in any danger. But the thing with gummies you got to be careful of, if you take one that you're not used to that has a high doses, high milligrams, you can absolutely still be high the next day. Okay, so that's why if I'm going to take one for the night, I want to take it, I don't know, just me personally, I try to get it somewhere between 7, 8 o'clock, and that gives me a good 12 hours to get it out of my system. Doesn't always work. And I know for a fact that sometimes it's difficult to tell if you're still a little bit high. I get that. I think I'm getting pretty good at it. Just be careful with them is what I'm saying. Don't, if you're a rookie at them and you take one at 10 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night or something and have a great night, when you get up the next day and you go out, just make double sure that you're not still completely fucked up. That's all. We want everybody out there to be safe. And gummies are, they're not like alcohol. Gummies different ones can last longer, different ones don't last long at all. So you gotta be careful with it. So us people, while I'm an advocate for it, I also want you guys to understand that it's, it can be dangerous. It can absolutely be dangerous for you and other people, especially if you're driving around. But if you're driving around on the gummy, you're probably driving around pretty damn slow. But that's not saying that, yeah, let's all go take gummies and drive around. No, you shouldn't be doing that. It's not cool. Because even though it's legal, it's still not legal to drive high. All right. I sound like I'm straight edge today, man. What the hell is going on? The evils and perils of alcohol and gummies. No, I mean, I love them, but you got to be responsible with anything, right? So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go over here to Five Below. I needed to stop in Five Below and look at a couple of things. If y'all want to go in with me, you can. I don't care, but I got to go get a couple of things from Five Below. Usually Five Below, the only things I get there are like charger cables and stuff like that. And I'll tell you right now, if you get your charger cables from Five Below, you better damn well be ready to understand that charger cable is not going to last very long. They last... Dude, I was getting a pair of headphones from there, and I know, why are you getting a pair of headphones? But I have the S25 Ultra, and the S25 Ultra doesn't have a headphone jack. So you have to find either the connector that goes into the charger to connect a headphone into, or sometimes you can find the headphone with the actual jack that plugs in. Five Below has that. It's like, I don't know, $8 maybe for the headphones, maybe 10. But they suck. They really suck. Twice I've taken them back. I've gone back with them twice. After like a week, they wind up going out. So, and I don't know, man. I think that it's a scam. I think that these anybody else have to replace their phone chargers all the time, like I don't know, oddly specific times, like 2 weeks, things like that. They're making this shit cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and the quality is getting worse and worse. So, but if you ever get, look, I'll give you a little hint right here, okay? If you ever get a charger or any electronic device from Five Below, you can pretty much take it back as many times as you need to. I mean, don't abuse the system, but if you're going in there and you're getting charger cables that are lasting 2 weeks, I mean, come on, and they're pretty good about it. You don't have to have receipts. You just take it back in there, and if you swap it out for the exact same thing, they don't care. They know it's cheap. I think that those phone chargers are cheap like that for a reason. I think they want us to have to keep buying chargers every couple of months, and it's just annoying. It's really annoying. They do have a really good charger in here though that charges your phone fast as hell. Um, but yeah, you should. I mean, I'm not. You know, it's no secret here. I'm not. You shouldn't expect to have quality product coming out of Five Below. I mean, I'm not telling you anything. Good God, it's crowded in here today. Oh, I forgot. Jesus Christ. This is why I didn't want to get out today. I forgot. It's the start of the holiday season, the official start, the Saturday before Thanksgiving. The official start of the holiday season. Everybody's off of work. A lot of people are going to be out of school and off of work next week. So it's going to be annoying as shit out there. Yeah, man, I get a little grumpy. I get a little grumpy when I go out. You know, when if I just feel like there's certain people who you only see them once a year around the holidays. It seems like they don't get out very often, and there's a reason for that. You know, maybe they shouldn't get out very often. Everything's slower. There's always it's always a lot easier to find dumbasses everywhere doing stupid things. But that's me talking to you guys. Now, you know that I'm not going to treat those people poorly when I go in. I can be a little angry or something, but if I'm going to be angry, I'm going to be right here in the car, and I'm going to allow you guys to listen to me be angry, because I'm a real person. A lot of you guys think that I talk down on you because I have different beliefs than you, but I have a lot of the same beliefs. Sometimes I don't want to be in large crowds of people. Sometimes around the holidays, large crowds of people really make me anxious. And, you know, that's with everybody out there. A lot of people, anyway. Okay, I've gone over I'm going to try to catch up on the chat real quick, and then we'll see what we're going to do. Whoever gave me the $2, thank you very much. I love it. Thank you. Saturday the best. We all watching NFL Sunday. Yeah. So Saturday, maybe we'll do it next Saturday. I'll see what her schedule is. She's off today. It's an unusual for her to be off on a weekend, so we'll see what's going on. What's up, my man? I want you to know the follow-up with your audit. I want to know the follow-up with your audit when you met that Shelby County Sheriff. Thank you for asking that. Who are you? Scott Cordy? I think I've seen you in my comments before. Maybe not here, but on a live stream, but maybe on my channel. I can do that, man. I can give you the follow-up on that. Since we may have some new people here, I'll go ahead and we'll run this one. I'll try to do it as quick as I can, okay? But it's never really a quick story to know fully what happened, okay? I'm a First Amendment auditor. I'd been auditing probably, I don't know, 10, 11 months before this happened out in Arlington. I went out to Arlington. Arlington's outside of Memphis. It's a more affluent area. And I figured what would happen when I went out there, since it was a more affluent area, that I would just get people bitching at me about what I'm doing. That's all I expected, to see some Karens, you know, because generally, with a First Amendment auditor, I don't know why, but sometimes in affluent areas, you know, those guys, they think they deserve to know everything. So, you know, that's where you get your Karens. Like, you've seen me go in black neighborhoods. I've gotten people who, you know, black people who harass me too. I'm not saying that, but specifically what I see here in this area. Okay, so get out there, didn't do anything. I went inside one time. You can go watch the video. Came outside, set up way away from everybody under the American flag, and you know, this female sheriff department comes out. She's a smart ass right from the start with me. She's just like insistent on getting me out of there, and I told her, I said, I'm not doing anything illegal, you know. So she goes, well, I'm going to go inside and find a way to get rid of you. That's what she told me. And then her partner showed up, and they milled around for a bit, and they told me, you're going to be trespassed. You got to go. I said, no, call your sergeant. I'm not going to be trespassed. I'm not doing anything illegal. So they call the sergeant, and generally, if they call a higher up, generally what happens most of the time with First Amendment auditors is that higher up has knowledge enough to know, quit messing with the guy. You know, he's not doing anything. Stop harassing him. 90% of the time, I would say. And I'm not going to say that. That's a broad statement because you don't. I mean, you see it happen. They'll come out and they'll just not know. So this guy came out and, you know, I didn't really. He was being an asshole to me. He came over. He said, "You're going to have to leave." I said, "No, I'm not going to leave." And he said, well, yes, you are. And then I questioned him. It's a standard question that a lot of auditors will ask. What will happen? What happens if I don't? Now, you may have watched that video and you think that I'm just trying to be a smartass to him for that. But I'm here to tell you it's a standard thing that auditors do, because we want him to tell us that if I ask what happens if I don't leave, and he says, you'll be arrested, then guess what? Liver Cheese is pulling up this flagpole and I'm getting out of there, because that's a lawful order that he's trying to give me. It's an unlawful order, but he thinks it's a lawful order. Okay, so, but if he tells me that, then I'm going to get off that property because I'm not going to get arrested. I mean, it's not going to do it. What we found out, if he says that, is that he does not know the law, and we'll follow up with that. But he didn't give me the chance. He got pissed off because I guess because he thought I knew the law, and he threw me in cuffs, and he you know, he turned my camera off. His partner turned my camera off, which that in itself is illegal too. So I've been illegally detained. I've been illegally cuffed. They tried to put me in the back of the cop car, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I flipped out a little bit. I didn't like flip out in a way that was violent towards them in any way, but I told them I'm worried. I was scared because I was having anxiety, and I've had anxiety in the past, and sometimes if any of you guys have had that, you understand it can feel like you're dying at the time, right? So I was afraid that if they put me in the back of that cop car, I might have a heart attack or die or something, because I was, you know, kind of in that body cam footage I've never gotten. I've tried to get it. They won't send it to me. We've tried twice. They won't even respond back. I think we've tried more than twice. My attorney, who ghosted me, I don't know if he got the body cam footage or what, but when I had a meeting with him towards the end, right before the statute of limitations was supposed to run out, he informed me that he hadn't even watched my videos, hadn't even watched the video. So I got this pro bono attorney. He's a big civil rights attorney from around here who's got me thinking he's going to take care, you know, I got this. We're going to take care of it. He didn't really give me directions on what I needed to do on my end. You know, so I was just kind of sitting back running with it, let it run. You know, I don't know. He's a civil rights guy. He's got a big name. I was like, this is cool. He's got it taken care of. We never talked about money or anything like that. No kind of settlements or anything like that. I just really kind of wanted the guys to get reprimanded and be held accountable. But you know, people were telling me, hey, sue the shit out of them. You know, this is going to be worth this much money. People were sending me all that stuff. So, you know, but I didn't want to worry about it. I just wanted to let him deal with it. And then I find out a month before the statute of limitations runs out on it that he's done nothing, you know, and then he ghosted me. So he did tell me that he was pretty close with a lot of police. That's why I was kind of like, well, you know, but the second time I met with him, I kind of knew something was going to happen, or nothing was going to happen, because this is 10 months after it happened, and his ass is, he's talking like, well, what if they say you're trying to do this to get a payout? And I'm like, are you fucking shitting me, dude? You've been my attorney for 10 months. 10 months, and this is what the conclusion that you've come to after you've told me that you're going to take my case pro bono, and And now all of a sudden you're hemming and hawing about it. Now you got to remember there's a lot of things going on at the time because with Trump coming in and all the changes with it's trying to make things illegal. I mean, it seemed to be set on the back burner, and I could see the writing on the wall, and I just kind of hoped and prayed that he was going to follow through, and he didn't. And I tried at the last minute. I scrambled to get a couple other attorneys, and I couldn't get anybody who wanted to touch it. So, you know, it is what it is. I can sit here and let it eat me up, or I can just move forward, and that's what I've decided to do. I've decided to move forward. Do I wish something came of it? Absolutely, I do. Do I wish I got rich off of it? I don't wish that. I just wish somebody was held accountable. It would have been nice to have some money thrown my way, to help me with my cause and what I do. But the fact that my own attorney didn't look at my stuff, and because he was implying that maybe I was an ambulance chaser, and I told him, look at my body of work, dude. You don't have to imply that shit. I don't do that. And it kind of bothered me, kind of really upset me. And I kind of saw that day, oh man, he might not be doing this. And sure enough, he just decided he wasn't doing it. And then he lied to me. He told me he was going to find some attorneys that would be interested in this if he didn't take the case. That never happened. So, that's a summary of that case. And if you're new here and it's bored you to tears, I get it. But there's some people here, a guy from my channel, who wanted to know. So I took this opportunity to tell them what went down. That's what went down with it, man. Nothing happened. I have a lot of unpaid medical bills. I have my life's changed. I can't draw anymore. This hand, sometimes you'll see me, I'll draw signs or whatever. You'll look at the signs and the signs look like shit. The signs look like shit because my hand's never fully recovered. I can't really don't have much dexterity in it. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got lucky, but these two fingers right here you'll see it in my videos. You'll see me, these fingers, I don't use them as much because they're numb. I can't feel them. I don't have any feeling there. So, and a lot of people would think, oh, you got off lucky. But let me tell you something, man. I've been an artist all my life. I've been an artist. I've been a writer. I've been a musician. And to have these two of my dominant hand give me where I can't feel them, it's a problem. It's a problem. I haven't even tried to write or draw anything or paint anything. I'm afraid to because I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be able to fucking do it anymore. All because of that one day when I went out there and one cop wanted to fucking decide that he knew the law better than me. It just sucks. Okay, so that's my story. I'm going to get past it because now I'm getting a little fired up. I'm sure it's not turning you into a Wall Street genius. RPM a second. I'm down with ice. I love you, man. Love you too. Don't do pills, man. Don't do pills. Gen X, more like a baby boomer, sir. No, I'm a Gen Xer, man. I'm 1971. Sweet glasses, Elvis glasses. Why don't you trim your mustache? Because I got fucked up teeth. Are you high and driving? No, I'm not high. That's the way my eyes look. They're just, I've always had these folds over my eyes. I've always had those, and it kind of makes me look high sometimes, especially through these glasses. I'll go back and watch a video and I'll go, I look high as shit, but I think it's just the glasses. I think they help a little bit too. Yeah, you should trim that stash. Can't really do it, man. Cool stream. Glad I discovered you last night. Tito, appreciate it, man. We're going to have some drinks together. I'm not going to do it tonight because tonight's a date night. We got to get out and we're going to see a movie. Yeah, no accidents. Some potent gummies. Yeah, they were gummies. They were pretty good. Elvis, just after he dies on the shitter, my girlfriend sister took gummies and ended up in the ER. Be safe. That's one part where it's difficult because I do kind of advocate for them, but I also understand it's a very unregulated market. So yeah, there is some potential danger there. So thank you for that message there. Who was that? T2. Appreciate it. The other guy you looked like Johnny Fever, WKRP, and I remember. I kind of do right now. Holy shit! Hey, bro, how you doing? I'm glad you wrote that. I didn't want him to be insulted if he didn't like the guy. Thank you, Hulk Hogan. That's good info about Five Below. Where'd you get those glasses? Probably got the glasses at Goodwill or something. I can't remember, to be quite honest. I got like 3 pairs of them. Glasses look like rose-colored glasses. They are rose gold. They got a real light tint to them, which is what I like about them. It's cloudy today, so they actually kind of help my vision a little bit. They have that yellow lens, that kind of light amber lens. People are dumb nowadays. I agree with that. You're grumpy because proven fact 95% stress caused by other people. Never really thought about that. Is that true? Is that the truth? I don't think that's a real fact, but I could see what you're saying there. Light star. Yeah, we get angry. You know, we get angry when we're out in public, but you got to be able to control that anger. That's what makes you a member of society. Let me see. It would be really funny if you had a gummy bear stuck in your beard. If you have that kind of sense of humor. Man, look, I've had shit stuck in my beard. Look at this beard. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you. I've eaten cereal and stuff and a freaking Honey Nut Cheerio right here or something. I'm not going to lie about that. There's been shit stuck in this beard before. But yeah, that is funny. My dog a couple of months ago got into a bag of gummy worms. Not those kind of gummy worms, just regular gummy worms. And got him and took him outside, and we couldn't figure out what happened to him. And then she jumps up on the bed, and she's got a gummy worm stuck on her back. She had gotten it. What she had done is she had started to eat it and realized she didn't like it or something, and maybe let it go and rolled over on it and came back in. So we knew who was guilty immediately. I thought that was pretty funny. I wish I'd gotten a picture of that. All right. What do you eat when you chew on your mustache on accident? Yes, I do. I try to do something with it, and I try to drink out of a straw if possible. Hi from Winter Haven, Florida. What's up, Winter Haven, Florida? Hope y'all are having some good weather down there. I told him about the trim mustache. Great way to start a friendship. His beard is cool though. Maybe one day I will trim the mustache, guys. We talked about it last night. I know I was a little bit tanked up at the time, but yeah, if we ever get a big enough chat in here, and you know we got enough people who are willing to, and you're never going to see me beg for money. I'm just not going to do it. I'll never do that. But if I ever get enough people who want bad enough to see me trim the shit off, then you know we'll see. I'll throw a number up there one day, and if I ever get big enough, and it's not going to be a huge number, but my wife already told me she don't want to lose this part, you know. So she's okay with this back here going, even though it's gotten so damn long now that it's hard for me to let it go. But yeah, I should have a hair tie or something in it, but I need to clean up back here. You know what I mean? Guys, I can clean up a little bit. I promise. I know it's hard for y'all to watch me sometimes, but I can clean up. I'm not a bad looking guy if I want to clean up. Let me see. Your goatee has its own zip code. Thanks, man. That's a good one. Appreciate you. I called them to give the lieutenant a heads up what happened. You should send it to the mayor or city manager. I appreciate that, man. Guys, when y'all go and you watch a video and then you turn around and shoot me a message saying that you called them or anything like that, that means the world to me. Because that kind of shit, a lot of times it works. I'm just, the thing that disappoints me more than anything with that whole situation is I've given them so many opportunities to sit down and talk to me. If you saw the follow-up video, I went into their field office out there and told them I just want to fucking talk to somebody and tell them that what happened that day doesn't need to ever happen again. You know, you guys need to, that just wasn't cool. But they don't think that. They think that if they admit that there were any wrong, then I'm going to try to sue them again. By the way, I can still sue them. I can still go out and sue them. I can put that $500 down and sue them. And believe you me, I've thought about it. But if I had legal counsel who came in and told me you need to take that case, which Southern Draw Law has done kind of, but they didn't tell me. They were like, this is a strong case. So, you know, if any legal experts out there who see any way for me to hold these fuckers accountable, because those guys, I'll never forget them, you know. And I've seen Sergeant Christian out somewhere, and I know he saw me, and he walked the fuck away. It's just like, I don't know. I I feel like the bottom of somebody's shoe, and it fucking sucks, man. Um, and I don't know. I just want them to know, and maybe they've watched the videos and maybe they feel bad about it, or maybe they want to tell me, yeah, we took it too far that day, but we don't think it had to do with your stroke. I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, well, that didn't have anything to do with your stroke because you weren't in good health. But I mean, that whole thing, that argument's, I think, kind of ludicrous, because it doesn't matter what health I'm in. I didn't step out there that day to get assaulted by police. So the stroke happened literally 20 seconds after I walked away from the scene. I was highly stressed, and my doctor said, yes, absolutely, that could cause a stroke, and that probably did cause the stroke. But, there's nothing really officially saying it, because I never got to go to the neurologist. So, it is what it is, guys. I love the Hearts, who's ever doing that. I love you, man, and it's fucked me up a little bit up here, but we're moving forward. But I can't say that it doesn't affect how I interact with police now. It just does. I don't trust them as much, I try to, but I just don't. And that's where we get to having eyes open and eyes closed. If you have your eyes closed, you trust authority to no end. You think that they only hire good people. But if you have your eyes open, you don't trust authority to no end. You understand that they have the pricks that work for them, and the ones who think they're above the law, and that the shiny badge grants special rights. So all it takes is one time to happen to you or anybody, a loved one, and you could automatically become a First Amendment auditor. Trust me, it doesn't take much. Getting disrespected and man, he talked me down. He made me delete my footage. This son of a bitch told me that if I didn't, he said, you don't do that in Memphis. I was like, yeah, I guess I don't. I was just not trying to talk. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there at that point. And he's like, well, I know why you don't do it in Memphis. You don't do it in Memphis because you'll get killed. And I was just like, dude, you're fucking kidding me, man. I don't do it in Memphis. I'm safer to do it in Memphis than I am out here with all these fucking Karens. Okay, and he's obviously a guy who lives in an affluent neighborhood, who's never been questioned by anybody. They don't question him out there, because they have, they don't have interaction with them. They don't mess with them, or they don't. I'm sorry. I apologize, but just know that not all cops are good cops, and just because I want to hold cops accountable doesn't mean that I'm a cop hater. All right, it's just, I'm just a dude that wants to have some accountability for some shit that got done to me. That's all it is. All right, but thank you for doing that. That means a lot. The only thing I ever did was First Amendment auditing from the street and sidewalk, and the men thought they had a right to tell me to leave a public road in the street. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I could literally take my camera out right here and walk out to the sidewalk right over here, and I can almost guarantee you within 10 minutes somebody's going to come up. What are you doing? And that's when I choose whether or not I'm going to be a prick and tell them, or not tell them, or I'm going to tell them, or I'm going to tell them in a funny way that makes them confused. So that's why we come at it from those angles. When you see that, them come up and, well, I'll just ask you a question, you don't realize we've been asked that question hundreds of times. And we have to come up with creative ways to answer it. Because every time we answer it, you don't listen. The people who come up and ask, what are you doing, are the ones who call the police. All right, they don't want to know. They don't want to know. They just want to come up and they want to push their authority on you. Look, I don't need to be recorded. You're in public, dude. Trust people. You're in public. If you think I'm going to do something, come over and talk to me. That's all. All right. It is a place for dating. Zip code. Guys, I'm going to have to scroll through some of them, because I want to get into the Five Below. Is it illegal for a police officer to arrest a person over... it's illegal for a police officer to arrest a person over the First Amendment. Thank you. I guess you could just sum it up like that, right? Yeah. Glad you're all right. Sounds terrifying. I'm up in New England. No disrespect to the South. So far behind. Thank you. You didn't have to put the no disrespect. I get what you're saying. and a lot of other people do too. But thank you for doing that. Lived in Florida in 1990s. Couldn't wait to get back to Boston. Boston strong. Yeah, man. Good people from Boston. They're all slippery. I hear you. They're all slippery. Don't sweat it until they start giving IQ tests before hiring officers. These problems will never change. Um, yeah, that's a good point. IQ test. I mean, they did at a minimum. They need to do some more training. You know, see that's the whole thing, man. If you ever want to talk about the system and you want to say, well, maybe there's some things that need to be done here or here that could help the situation. You got to be careful, because the minute you start talking about that, everybody says you're one of the defund the police guys or girls. And it just, why do we just are so quick to throw each other in baskets? And that's just not the case, man. I'm not. I understand the police are there for a reason and they do great work. They have to, but I just think that we've gotten so focused on certain things with police, like traffic stops, tickets, things like that. They're so focused on bringing in that income that their real job, it's not, it's not happening as much. That's all. All right. Trim the beard or lose it. Cut your hair. Thank you, man. I will one day. I know of attorneys who could not get into the jails and prisons during COVID because they were not permitted access. Yeah. Speaking of that, man, there's some nasty shit going on downtown 201 Poplar right now. You're probably going to be seeing me get down there and do some coverage on it. They got a huge overcrowding problem down there, and there are people who are going in and staying for days and days and days, weeks sometimes, on minor charges with no cells. They're sitting out in the lobbies. They got no cell. I don't know. This is what I've heard, and I've seen pictures. There was a guy who put up a thing yesterday about sitting in his urine and feces. And I mean, guys, look, man, I get it. I get it. Prisons are there for a reason, okay? But even prisoners have to have some form of sanitation, some form of due process, where guy gets in for fucking having an ounce of weed or something, and he's in there for 2 weeks. What the hell's going on, man? Get him in and out. If the system's not set up to do that, then we got to work on that system. And that system down there is real shitty right now. Who gives a rat's ass? Well, I mean, there's a few people. I get it, man. It's not everything I can say can be for everybody. I get that makes you mad, but it's just life, man. Maybe we'll get around to something that you'll find enjoyable, man. Most people just want to be heard. Muslims are coming for your town, and yeah, most people just do want to be heard. Good statement here. I like that one. I'll put you up top there, man. Pin post of the day so far. All right, I'm almost to the bottom, guys. When I was doing First Amendment auditing, it was from the street. I was recording. I hope I didn't miss anything important, man. Please don't question authority. It creates a ton of attention and pain. And if they try, just think about parents, police, bosses, elders, siblings. Did you just come in here, man? And I mean, did you really just say don't question authority? I mean, that's just, I don't understand that, man. I don't. If we had perfect systems set up where we got the perfect people into the perfect positions who were uncorruptible, then I would agree with you 100%, but we're nowhere near that. There's always corruption. Hell, you guys are talking about it in the SNAP benefits. So you want to talk about corruption in the SNAP benefits, but you don't want to talk about corruption in the police departments? That's what I'm saying, man. Come on, guys. Let's have a little common sense talk here. I'm being honest with you guys right now. I love you as people. I just don't want you to have a certain way of thinking and let it ruin what could be potential growth for you as a person. Go up and talk to a cop sometimes. You'd be surprised what they do and don't know. And I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying that maybe they need a little more training on certain things, and maybe you know, they should have more people question them about certain things. That's all. That's all that's about. It's all, man. It's all love. Who wants to go in? Y'all want to go in? I'm gonna get to the end of this, guys. If I miss anything right now, then we're gonna do a longer chat either tomorrow night or on Monday, and or tomorrow during the day. It's just not gonna be tonight. Could be tonight. Who knows? Maybe I take a gummy and 2 o'clock in the morning decide I need to go in here and get trashed by trolls. I don't know, but what I want to do is I want to kind of get on a set schedule. But again, this has been a good chat today. I've had a lot of people in here. If anybody's doing moderation, I appreciate it. There might be somebody in here moderating, but it's been a few more people here today, and I appreciate that. It's college football going on. There's a lot happening, but just know that I'll be back and we'll talk more. So, you know what? I'm taking y'all in. I'm taking y'all in. I like y'all too much. We're going inside. If I have to stop, then we'll stop. All right. Today I was out getting my mom's drugs. My mom, that's what we were waiting for. She's 80 years old and takes a lot of drugs, which I assume is normal for an 80-year-old in America these days. But you know, oh, look at this lady. Hold on. Gotta get her. Ma'am, come here. Hi, how are you? Can I show you to my live streamers?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
I saw you.
I'm Kelly.
I saw you with this chair and the scooter.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get her.
You should have seen me yesterday.
Well, if I see you around, I'm gonna film you every time I see you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just too good.
All right.
Look in the back here. That's funny as hell. You have a great day. All right. I could not show her, right? She wants to know my channel.
Follow you.
Do you know, do I know you?
I don't know.
I absolutely know you.
Okay.
I know you.
Okay.
And I'm freaking out right now
Who are you?
that I know you. I'm going to take this off, okay? I got a live stream going.
Okay.
Hey guys, I got a live stream. This is a person that I know that I haven't seen in decades. But thanks for hanging out, and I'll get back with you.
Merry Christmas.